Warning: the following TTRPG stream is intended for mature audiences and may contain material that is not suitable for all viewers. This video contains depictions of graphic violence, blood, references to kidnapping and torture, references to the death of a parent, and violent trauma to the eyes. Viewers who are potentially sensitive to these elements are advised to take note. Timestamps will be provided in the video description below. Thank you. Hello, my fellow folk from the past, present, and future. Welcome to the first episode of Season of War, the first campaign for Lore Weavers TTRPG. I am Jack, the GM of Lore Weavers TTRPG, and before we begin, allow us to introduce my fellow players, starting with Autumn.
Hi, I'm Autumn. I've been playing D&D since 3rd edition. Having fun of making silly characters that kind of go into nonsense. I have no idea what else to say about me, so prepare for stupidity.
Hell yeah. Bringing us over to Billy.
I'm Billy. I've been playing D&D for about 10 plus years. First introduced in university, and I really enjoy the organic story development and just having a good time with my friends.
All right. Leading us over to Callum.
Hey, hello, everybody. My name is Callum. I am at Callum Cooney on Twitter. Longtime D&D player and sometimes DM. Love tabletop RPGs. Love this crazy group of friends I've made online playing tabletop RPGs. I'm so excited to share this world and this game with you guys. We've everyone here, our GM, Jack especially, has been putting a lot of effort into making this a really fun experience. I can't wait for all of you to come on this adventure with us. Thank you.
Very excited. Bringing us over to Rez.
Yo, I'm Rez. I'm the token younger player pick in this sea of old heads. But yeah, I mean, I hope we'll be able to have a lot of fun going forward, and yeah, that's it, I guess.
There you go. And last but certainly not least, Tables.
Hello, I go by Tables Online, and I've been doing tabletop RPGs for over 3 years now. And I actually first started playing in a game that Billy ran that just ended recently. And that's where I met all these people here. So.
And we're very thankful for it. But without further ado, allow us to begin. Welcome to the world of Atura, a world filled with self-proclaimed justice, moral relativism, triumph, failure, and everything in between. Our party, known as the Plumbers, find themselves in the final hours of the 27th of Horisol, 1326 PD, in the coastal city of Seawardsport, deep in the temporary army camp within the city, attempting to break their ally out of the imprisonment of the Empire. The smell of campfire smoke fills your nostrils as the sounds of soldiers carrying on around you, around the fire, sort of permeates your ears. And you see a small dragonfly fly out of a rolled-up canvas held by one of the party members and return to the form of your druidic ally in this moment, in this makeshift jail. Instantly, he mutters an incantation and casts silence on the center of the building. And for the first roll of, Lore Weaver TTRPGs in the Season of War campaign, I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Badass spell. I'll tell you that right now. Does that include me and Billy as well, considering
yes.
our... Okay.
I will have you roll initiative.
Cool.
Oh yeah, that's the kind of rolls I liked.
Hopefully, nope. Okay, you know what? even, bro, I can never have a good initiative, no matter what I do. This is awful.
It's fine. You're on your way there anyway. Or
no, I'm not. I guess my initiative doesn't really matter, but come on, it's the
first roll.
You never know.
Yeah, it's the thought. It's the statement that this game is making.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, this is portentous of things to come. But like Autumn said, prepare for stupidity. That should be the tagline of this campaign.
This isn't stupidity. This is active.
This is the world acting against you.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Oh my gosh. Piper.
It's out to get me. So what? I'm assuming silence is a 20-foot radius, right?
Correct. Yeah, I'm gonna get the aura up in just a second here.
Cool. I think that's probably just gonna fill the entire space, which would be very useful
For most of us.
Oh yeah, you all are spellcasters except for Yonan. Well, have the ability to cast spells.
Yeah, I don't have very many non-verbal options here.
Well, just you know.
I don't have to use.
Just stab them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to end up being.
You know. Nice. Gets them all in.
Yeah, I just have to try to do that quick with no, that's not what I want.
Fortunately, we're all on the psychic comm link, so we can still talk to each other.
That's good.
We can even talk to you, Gax. The range of my powers is 1 mile.
You know, I don't need to know how you're getting your ass beat, just that you are.
Oh, you know what? Just keep it super.
You gotta immerse yourself. You know?
Ah, yes, your psionic energy power. All right. Starting at the top of initiative here, Yonan, you are up.
Okay, so important question, how high are the ceilings here?
About 12 feet.
Okay, so let me just map this out. It's about 20 feet to get to there, and then I could get up 5, and up another. Oof. Yeah, I'm not gonna have a lot of. First, my slow movement speed.
First, will you please describe Yonan for us, and I'll show them on the.
Oh, right. Of course, got to get into character. So, for the past 30 sessions, I have been playing Yonan McPherson, gnome rogue extraordinaire. I am a Psyblade rogue, though I'm not sure everyone in this party is entirely aware of that fact. And I'm hearing some like echoing on my. I think that might be on your end, Rez.
Yeah.
Might just need to turn us down a little bit. But continue.
Yes, Yonan McPherson, young fierce-looking gnome with copper red hair, bit of a scar on his nose, big bushy sideburns to run down the side of his face. Currently disguised as a city guard, and very keen, fierce intelligence behind his eyes, and a smile that would have served him well in another life as a used car salesman. So Yonan is going to step forward and gonna go ahead 20 feet and going to use a we need them all boxed in, so gonna use a cunning action to move another 30 feet, get to right here. So this lot are surprised, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you would assume correctly.
Right, so Yonan is going to... Actually, no, he's going to get not right into melee. He's going to get right here, and he's going to reach into the concealed compartment on the side of his boot and pull out his gun, because there are firearms in this universe. They're a recent innovation, but yes. Yonan pulls out a 3-barreled gun that looks to be made out of little tiny clockwork parts. It's actually made out of bits and pieces of clockwork toys that have been repurposed and reassembled for this purpose. And he takes out the gun he calls Clock Stopper, and he's gonna shoot this guy in the side of his face. I presume with advantage because of surprise.
Surprise does not actually grant advantage inherently.
Oh.
Unfortunately. If that changes things, that's all right. But
all right, in that case, that would change things. So in that case, I am going to hang back here, and I am going to try and hide.
Sure. Yeah, please.
All right, first I gotta roll stealth.
Ooh.
I am going to I've got 1 inspiration to burn, and I'm gonna use it.
All right. For that natural 20, yeah. Go ahead and roll your attack with advantage. You're extremely hidden.
I'm not gonna use the Clock Stopper because I am
outside of the silence bubble.
Yeah, outside the silence bubble. So instead, Yonan is going to take out one of the many concealed knives on his person and reach out. And I believe the max range on a knife is, on a throwing knife is 15 feet.
I think it's 20 feet.
It's 20.
20, 60
so,
is the range.
Okay, so I'm going to step right here.
Sure.
And that'll get me within 20 feet of this guy.
All right, go ahead and roll the hit.
All right. Rolling with advantage.
Natural 20.
Nice.
First hit.
Wow.
Is it good?
So-
Let's go.
Oh my god.
Yonan
Yeah.
sort of steps up slides out behind the door, reaches into not the boot heel containing his pistol, but the other boot, pulls out a little throwing dagger, spins it in his hands, tosses it right to the side of this guy's neck where the breastplate meets the helmet, and deals a total of 44 damage.
Please describe how you take out this guy before he even has a chance to see you.
Oh.
He's just scratching. I think Yonan waits for a moment for him to like scratch the side of his face and just adjust his helmet just so, and then a dagger sails through the air and catches him right in the windpipe.
Yeah. As he begins to fall, you see the guards inside the silence begin to yell, but there is no sound as they are in the silence bubble.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever the rest of you are going to do, I recommend doing it quickly.
All right. Bravo. Hell of a first turn. Goddamn. But as we go down in initiative to you see Piper, not in the surprise round, the halfling sort of monkish companion that you've picked up before, a warrior of those from the Harefoot Basin on the side of Manitoba Bay. You see as he is fully, one of his hands has been cut off, and it's been like, that arm is like held up on the ceiling through like a needle that has been sewn through his wrist that provides that structure for him to be held up with some sort of strong fishing wire. You see as he begins to rattle at the chains to try to get down in his tortured and beleaguered state. You see as he's able to snap his one arm that he doesn't have a hand on out as he is shaking, but that is his turn, which brings us to Akash. Alphadon, you are on deck. So, Autumn, if you would please describe Akash for us.
Sure. So Akash is roughly around 6'5". Oh, it's opening the character sheet. Interesting. 6'5". He's tall, burly, gold dragonborn. Very, very like more of like the barrel kind of like what you would expect more of like a bodybuilder or a fighter, but you would see like adorning him is lots of little trinkets, little instruments and everything. He's allergic to wearing shirts and shoes. So he just wears an open vest most of the time, but right now he is disguised as a guard as well. And you would see that on him he has particularly two items that seem different, which is one is a sword, and then he also has an ivory lute. So he has particularly some fancy looking items on him. But for this moment, and he is a bard paladin, but he likes to hit things because why think? So for this,
Don't we all?
I think what I'm going to do is... Sorry, just moving screens around. Okay, so just moving some screens around.
Good.
I think I'm going to come up. I don't actually 5, 10, 15, 20, 20.
You know what?
I
It's
can't
already
really
done
do
this
much.
shit. Burn it all down. Breath weapon everywhere. Everyone's done.
You know what? Actually,
Right now.
25, 30. While I'm getting this close to the wall, I actually want to... What is the integrity of this wall between the cells right now?
Oh, it's made of wood, so not very much.
I was
You
joking.
see, this jail is pretty shoddily put together, so I mean,
Oh boy.
yeah.
Are you gonna
it's
Kool-Aid
shot,
Man
you know,
this?
of some kind.
I think I'm going to try to attack it just like with my sword. Just try to see if I can break down the wall.
All right.
Yeah. Make an easier way to get out.
Mm-hmm. let's see. Looks like, let me just use the little 20 character sheet.
So if you want to use your hammer, which does double damage to structures, you may.
That is true. Okay, so then because there's still a few things that I haven't seemed to transfer to D&D Beyond, so hammer, No, I'm just gonna roll a d20 and just try to hit. We'll just do it because I have plus
go ahead
6.
and roll the hit. Yeah.
Alright, 4. That does that, nope.
So you rolled 4 to hit. 4, you have a plus 6.
Yeah, so 10.
10 hits the structure. I mean, it's
Okay.
It's like a beam you're trying to hit.
So,
So 10 would go ahead and roll and double the die for your d10 that your hammer roll is, because it's a critical strike.
14.
So
Plus your
it'd be-
strength.
plus strength.
Yes, 14 plus strength modifier 3, so 17.
17. All right, that's more than the 15 points of damage. Just like it's like this post that you have that you're crashing as you see like part of the wall crumbles. It's wall is a term used loosely. It's like bars set up out of wood. As you as the wall comes crumbling down, yeah, and you just smash through it. As you see,
sharply put together.
as you the Empire did it. Of course, it's shoddily put together. But yeah, as you see this tortured man that is sort of missing, there's a lot of peeled skin that he has off of it. You see his eyelids have been torn off, and he sort of has this crazed look about him as he is in a surprise round as well.
Okay.
Shocked that you guys broken in. As here, I'll show him.
A degenerate breath weapon.
Yes. Okay.
You just hear Yonan shout behind you. Don't kill him yet!
Okay.
Way to be quiet.
Do
No
you
one
actually yell
outside
that
is going
out?
to find that exchange suspicious. Anyone who overhears someone shouting, "Don't kill him yet," from the torture room is not going to look in to inquire further.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
Can't really argue with that.
All right, so Akash, you rush up, using some of your movement to get up there and then make that attack. Do you have any more movement? Would you like to step through?
That is all my movement.
Action?
That's all my movement, but I at this point I would kind of just like whistle out. Wait, is that 30 or?
No, you can go about 10 more by looks of it, or 5, I
Yeah.
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I'd walk through, and then looking around, I would just like, hey, wait, who are you again? Wait, because he
I was Constable Garibaldi. You see, as he like can't close. He sort of like looks over in your direction, but it seems like his eyes like are glazed over, like he can't see out of them anymore.
Okay, I can't kill you. Duh. Okay. And then I express this to Yonan, his name and everything, and he looks like he's kind of on something, or he doesn't look right. Like something's wrong with his face.
It's obviously withstood a lot of torture. Yes. That's what's wrong with his face.
Okay. He looks shell-shocked then. That's how I would describe it, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah, I think he has a disability.
God. All right, Akash. Anything else? Bonus action, bardic inspirations, or anything?
Yeah, I think at this point with bonus action, I'm actually going to give it to... Who do I see right here? I'm gonna give it to Alphadon. Do the wall, and I'm just gonna be like, yo, Alfie! And then, like, whistle over to him and just kind of, like, bardic inspiration that way.
Yeah.
Just
As you
strike a rather inspiring pose.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it is pretty epic watching Akasha smash through a wall and, like, run through it. Just shattering the wall with his adamantine hammer. Speaking of who you're giving the bardic inspiration to, Alpidon, that brings it to your turn. If you'd please describe your character for us, Tables.
Okay. Althadon is currently, well, he is a 6'8", half elf, half orc wizard who's currently wearing commoner's clothes and is tied up because he came in here under the guise of a prisoner, as he was seen the previous morning running through the city with a known criminal.
Mm-hmm. Naturally.
We'll get to him later. But yes, he will. He's got long black hair and pale green skin and pointy elfish ears. Basically, a silhouette would look like a buff elf from the distance. And he is. Yeah, he's gonna. I'm assuming he wouldn't be sitting down. He would have. Yeah, he's going to run through this hole in the wall and touch this guy on the shoulder. He's not wearing armor, right? The guard captain?
The guard captain?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy? No, he is not wearing Baldi. Constable Constano Garibaldi is not wearing any armor.
Okay. So I go up to him and I will put a mage armor on him.
Wow, you guys are so nice.
And because I'm an aberration wizard, now I have my arcane ward.
There was no personal benefit to gain from.
All right. As you rush up and please describe what it looks like as you cast mage armor on this man.
So, let's see. So Althadon runs up to this man, places his hand against the man's shoulder, and sparks of purplish electricity go around him and form a shield.
Yeah, as it
that then slowly fades away into his clothes.
Mm-hmm. As it sort of returns, the sparkling essence still left on his bloodied guard captain outfit.
Are you still manacled?
Well, you guys would have had it unlocked as you were already getting in here. Like you already mentioned that it was loosened. And
actually, I could have just teleported that short distance.
I think that was the original plan.
Frost. Yeah. Yes, that's right. I forgot I was manacled. That walking over there was more of a bursting into frost particles and phasing through the burning and broken wood.
Yeah. As you go over, the manacles bang to the ground right next to you, Gax. We'll get to in a second. As you go over and cast mage armor on the constable. Anything else for your turn?
Wait, Gax is with us?
Yeah, wait, I'm not with you.
Wait, sorry. I saw the thing and I thought it was Gax, but no. Next to Sergeant Case, the druid. Yes. My apologies. Gax is enjoying fresh air a little ways away.
I don't have any bonus actions can take it this turn, so yeah, that's it.
All right. After that, brings us to Case, whose surprise round is coming out of wild shape and dropping silence. However, I will show Case on here for you guys.
Yes, this is our NPC ally, Sergeant Case of the Scale Guard.
The Scale Guard of the country of Esbeck.
Case is on the case.
Who is helping us for reasons that are a long story.
I'm sure you'll find out later. Anyways, that brings us to Gax. Gax and Sushi. As Sushi, you'll be following up Gax after this. You guys are all out. You have your perch on top of a roof that's sort of overlooking the encampment, but you're deep enough away into the alley where there's no real risk of you guys being seen where you're at, as you're both fairly stealthy. But Gax, please describe your character.
So, Gax is, well, a bit of the type to not be accepted around these parts, mostly because, well, rather than being some of the more favorable races, he is in fact a gnoll. Though rather than being this 7 foot plus hunched behemoth, he unfortunately, maybe due to his past or maybe just being born that way, is rather a considerable amount shorter than what you would normally expect from someone of his kind, being around 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", around that range, while hunched, meaning that he's actually quite a bit shorter than what you would normally expect. Obviously, he is male, and he wears robes that invoke the sight of flowing waves and feelings of the sea, though currently they are being cloaked over a rather heavy and large cloak with a hood that sort of covers up a lot of his features to make sure he could move around without being immediately noticed. I do have a question, DM.
Yes.
So, I do believe there have been now 2 spells that have verbal components to them that have been cast so far.
I was
been
not
able to hear any of that from my perch.
well. You are a little bit away, but not too far. I'll have you give me a perception check.
Oh,
for
to know
me.
if something's going down.
Yeah, because that stuff's pretty loud.
It
I
can
mean,
be. Doesn't have to be. It's just a verbal component. You don't have to scream it.
Well, it can be, you know.
No. Alphadon didn't shout. Major
that-
armor.
yeah, no, it's not. It's not Dragon Ball Z where you have to shout, "Mage armor activate!"
No, he muttered something while he was casting it.
Let me see.
It was audible for sure,
14.
but not.
14 for the perception. No, 14 does not catch it. I mean, you're not 100% sure the stuff's going down. You know, the plan is for stuff to happen. I will say with a 14 though, I mean,
Seem
you
like
see
any of the military folk are sort of looking towards the jailhouse that they have over there. Maybe in
not yet.
area.
No, a lot of the military folk are sort of gathered around large bonfires and drinking and telling stories. One man has a lute out that he's playing rather poorly. Around the campfire, you see there are a couple of peacekeepers that are sort of looking around, but they haven't really fully caught their attention yet. So at this juncture,
Okay.
all looks all right.
In that case, I mean, I guess, I'm currently in. Nobody knows I'm here, hopefully, from what I can tell. So, I mean, I'm kind of just waiting for my cue. Yeah, so that, I guess that'll be it for me.
All right. But after that'll bring us to Sushi, who's up there with Gax, sort of outside covering the exit route if you guys need a hot exit. So, Bill, if you please describe what Sushi looks like right now.
Okay. Sushi right now is disguised as a kind of like a feeble halfling, a little weaker than a typical halfling in clerical garments.
Mm-hmm.
Regularly, like, she'd be about 3 feet tall right now, even with her outfit. Regularly, she's normally 3 feet tall. She's a goblin with olive green skin and sushi pink freckles. Her ears are abnormally large, typically poking out of her hood or whichever she's wearing. Her clothing is of a mix of fabrics layered together, very crudely done so. It's almost like multiple layers of purple that she's gathered over time. Her eyes have a very different blue hue to them that are almost like glossy, as if she's crying. She's always looks like she's off balance in her stance, as if she's about to fall forward. And she has a very devilish smile and a bit of a piggish nose with brown hair.
Wonderful. And yeah, Sushi, if you'd like to give me a perception check, you can as well. Otherwise, what would you and Dax just be talking about as you're sort of waiting for a signal or something to blow up?
Man, I don't know why they said I should drink a lot before this, but
What was the plan
treat
again?
yourself,
Dax,
we're
is
not
she
going to be
poked
doing
him?
anything. You can drink as much as you want before we're going to do all our stuff tomorrow. And now we're here. The fuck were they thinking? Now I'm on guard duty. Very smart.
Oh, there is the the psychic link.
Oh yeah, you guys do have a psychic link. But yeah, you see
It comes on. What was the plan again?
We're just sitting here waiting for them to either get into trouble or need to get out of trouble, I guess.
This is a
Sit
bad
still,
plan.
right? Like, I don't need to...
What
You're
is-
capable of that, right?
What does Sushi see?
with a 23, Sushi, you see in the distance the building that they all went into. You can hear, and it's weird that you can hear it. Maybe it's just through the connection that you have inherently with Alphadon, but you do hear him whisper the verbal components for a spell that you've heard him cast multiple times.
Or it's just because you're not drunk.
One of the two things. Yes. But yes, you do hear. So you know that some fighting has begun, but that was expected. I mean,
how's the looking down on the group that's outside by the bonfire or campfire or whatever? Is there any space to move around in the shadows to get closer to the building?
to get closer to the building that they're
Look through a
in.
window?
Give me
I'll take that.
another perception check.
All right. Particularly something that would, how to say, like an access point to an attic or underneath is really what she's looking for.
Sure.
Just so you know what I'm kind of precisely after here. Dang, that's a 23 again.
Yeah, it would take a bit, but you could start making your way there. You are like a little ways away from them, but there is a way you could go roundabout that you think you could probably go and not be seen. I mean, obviously stealth checks would be involved, but yeah. And then as far as access points to the jail, there's, like loosely wooden barred like windows in the back that you can sort of see into the quote unquote jail that is really just been makeshift made from like previous store or market that must have been here.
Okay, so there's no attic in this place, and then the floors would be made of stone or some kind of
Wood.
guessing. Okay. Well, I'll head there anyways to sneak up closer to the building, so I'm a little more readied. And you throw a
answer
stealth
receipt.
with- Holy crap, I keep
23
doing
for
the same
stealth.
thing.
God damn. All right. As you're making your way over there, yeah, any last things you want to say, Gax? Would you follow, you think?
Well, yeah, he would just... He asked Sushi if she was capable of standing still, and then she immediately... Yeah, so he's just like, well, now I'm drunk and alone. Great.
All right. After that, a couple other turns would happen, but this is a surprise round, so that'll bring us back to the top of initiative with Yonan, starting initiative proper here. There, Callum?
You're muted.
Crud, I'm muted. Right, so this is a bit of a shit show. It is. Got to take out some of these people. Crud, it doesn't look like there's a lot of spaces to hide in this large empty hallway.
I mean, you could like dance over to this area as you're making your way to sort of like hide in the quote unquote doorway here.
That's actually doable. Let's see, that would get me 25, would get me here, and I could then be...
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, all right. I'll go over to here, and I will make another attempt to hide.
I'm going to give you advantage because it was a natural 20 on yourself last time.
You are a generous god.
God damn it.
God. Oh my god.
This is, I hope this is an omen. I really hope this is an omen. So I assume... I don't think these guys are even aware that I am here right now.
No. They see, honestly, they're very distracted by the large dragonborn that just smashed a hole in their prison or jail, ran through the room.
They haven't even noticed one of their friends had a dagger mysteriously teleport into his neck.
How could that... Jimmy, you know, you can't be holding stuff like that there. We've told you this many times.
Jimmy, I told you not to drink on the job. Now you're all slumped over.
Right. So Yonan's gonna reach into his other bootleg, pull out a second concealed dagger.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna make an attack with advantage. I swear, if this is another crit.
I'm gonna scream. Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
17 just hits.
Ooh, okay, that's good knowledge.
All right, so only 21 damage this time.
All right, 21 points of damage. Fortunately, still up. And this is with a normal dagger, correct?
Yeah, just a standard throwing dagger.
Sweet, yeah, you chuck the other one. You see as it sort of goes into this guard's sort of like clavicle, buries into his chest, not quite in his throat. He's able to wrench out the pain and sort of pull it out.
Well, now you just killed yourself. You should have left that thing in there.
Let's see. That was action, bonus action, and my movement to get there was... See, I was
20
here,
feet.
now I'm here. So I'll take one more step forward. And you guys hear over the psychic group chat, someone kill that guard before he can run out to the range of Case's spell.
Question about that though. There's no visible border for the edge.
I'd say you can kind of see this little weird, like it's like a little bit of a visual distortion that goes with the sound. It's like you can see the sound
Like
that
a
would
heat
be emitting
mirage?
from it. Yeah, kind of like a heat mirage. Yeah, thank you for that. That's kind of exactly what I was looking for. So yeah.
Okay, because I was thinking of doing something, but I didn't do it because I didn't think I could see the center exactly. It'd be risky.
Oh God.
What?
Just so happens there's another spell with a 20-foot radius.
So, Yonan, I didn't ask how big the room was. All right, so Yohan, if that is the end of your turn, you see as the commander, it is his turn.
Hey, I mean, Fireball and Silence have the same size across.
Well, think about the debris that goes out of the silence area. Or don't think about the debris that would go out of the silence area.
Yeah, I didn't. That wasn't the statement, DM.
He's gonna go
Mostly
30
slightly
feet.
contained.
15, 20, 25, 30. And he will dash.
Oh, never mind.
To get right there. That is his turn. Which brings us to Piper again.
About to get.
Yeah, he's just struggling, trying to get out. You know, he's like, you could see that he must have lost his hand. I mean, well, everything's been recent, but like sort of recently today, because he's still like reaching like his stub up to like try to like he has like the whole, he still thinks he has his hand there. So when he's like kind of panicking to try to get out, he's trying to use a hand that is not there to help out, get his other hand loose. As he's just sort of flailing around up here. But after that brings us to Akash. Althon, you're on deck.
Right. So 5. Where is the door in this room? Like, which square would it be, would you say?
I'd say it's this one.
Okay. So then 5, 10, 15, 20. No, so. Alright, yeah, that's the only guy I can really hit at this point. So I am going to run up 5, 10.
So if you do leave the Clash Commander's range, he will make an attack of opportunity against you.
I just realized he was there. I'm dumb.
No, you're good. Yeah, he ran all the way through, used his dash action to get right up to the person who's breaking holes in his jail cells.
Okay.
Well,
so
they're
then,
about to
I'm
break.
just going to attack him in the face.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think for this, though, I'm going to use the great sword. I have a plus.
Whoa! When did you have that? When did you get that?
Pretty sure that's what it is. That's what I just used temporarily on D&D Beyond. I think that's what Jaskier is.
The sword is Jaskier. He is a great sword.
Okay. Just normal, or is it a +1?
It's +1.
Okay. Then I will do this. Actions.
That.
So I'm going to try attacking that. Does a 14 hit?
14 does not hit.
God damn it.
But I believe, do you get an extra attack with your levels in Bard?
It's not showing me that I get 2 attacks, so I'm going to assume no.
I think it's level 6 that you get that. As a
you are
Valor
6th level Bard. Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
saying
So
that.
yeah, you would have an extra attack because you're a level 6
I've
Valor
been
Bard.
doing that for like the longest time. Wow.
I think we've reminded you some of the times, but yes, you would have an extra attack.
Okay, then I'm going to try one more time. Okay, 21.
Go
Is that
for
right?
it. Yeah.
21 most definitely hits.
Okay.
He just says,
So yes, you quickly doff your adamantine sort of warhammer, honestly just kind of setting it down as you draw the greatsword. You go, oh hell yeah! You hear in your mind as you draw Jaskier the defender from his scabbard.
And I'm just going to say, think to him. Not quite sure if everyone else in our multi-way communication psychically can hear me talking to him too.
Would you want him to? Do you want to add Jaskier to the group chat?
Psychic group
I
chat?
don't think Akash knows how, so I'm gonna leave that up to you and random chance. And just if you want to, let's have it be funny, because he wouldn't know if it's that way or not.
Okay, how about this? 11 or higher, yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you want me to roll? Oh, okay.
There it is. Yeah.
So
You guys hear as Akash draws the greatsword, you all hear, oh hell yeah.
Okay, so I'm like, you ready for this? I say to the sword.
I'm always ready to draw blood. As you go for your hit, 21 hits is 21 definitely hits.
I think
No.
that's what that
9
therapy.
points of damage, slashing.
All right. So yeah, you see as you get a good slash into the Clash commander here as you come up. Give me a perception check for me, Akash.
Okay. Also, this tells you how many times I play martial classes.
No, you're good.
Oh my gosh, I rolled okay. 16.
16 is pretty good. You see as you slash and the blood sort of rests on the black blade as you see it sort of suck into the blade a little bit. And then you alone hear just a sort of satisfied rumble in the back of your mind.
Is my sword turn like
Oh boy.
He says that
But yeah,
on
so
the
you go
chat.
and make your 2 attacks. The first one blocked by the Clash Commander. The second one sort of slashing him, gouging him in around his abdomen, finding a weak point in his armor. Those are your 2 attacks. Anything for a bonus action?
I'm going to tell everyone in the group chat my sword just purred like a cat. Should I be concerned?
Yes, but I'd be more concerned about the man outside the silence bubble. If we could grapple him, maybe move him.
Into the silence? Okay, I can try that.
Oh, you don't gotta worry about me. You all here. But that will bring us to Alphadon's turn, if that is the end of your turn there,
Yep.
Akash.
That's it.
All right.
Okay.
Alphadon, you're up.
Okay, he looks to the side, sees Piper there, tied up trying to escape. He sees this guy over here. He's like, looking back and forth, unsure what to do. We're here to rescue people. He's gonna go and make a step through this wall.
All right.
And then try to help. I
Piper?
really
Yeah.
wish I took that knock spell. Almost bought it today.
Well, as you sort of rush over, you see that Piper has like one manacle like attached on his arm to the ceiling, and that's what he's hanging from right now. How are you going to try to help him?
Oh, so it's this weak ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab onto the rope, and if I can, doesn't look like I can free this manacle anytime soon easily, I'll just try to rip it from the ceiling with my weight and with his weight. And
Give me an athletics check with advantage.
okay. Not trained in athletics. Got a
Yeah.
+0 for strength, but let's do this. That's an 8.
Nate, you jump and fully put your feet like on the ceiling to try to pull it out, and it's just not budging.
It's a wizard.
Yep.
Okay. Now, would that have been my bonus action or action to do that?
I'll allow that as your bonus action. So just jump up and try to test it to rip it out.
Okay.
Did
And,
any of you ever read that webcomic, The Order of the Stick?
Yes.
No.
I think I remember seeing
There's
this
a-
before.
There's a joke where the bad guys try to execute the party's halfling via like a scaffold, and the guy doesn't weigh enough to pull the rope taut, so he's just sort of left hanging there.
Well,
All right. So what are you going to do with your action there, Alphadon?
I am going to send an upcasted. Oh, where's my character sheet? Upcasted chromatic orb. Okay, well, I'm not going to get you out of here right away, so I'm going to take care of some of these problems. So I believe the range on that. Oh, I rolled it, but let's see what it.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
It is 90 feet. So I would have. Yeah, I'll just take care of this guy here.
Hell yeah. So 24. Yeah.
Yep. So let's roll damage. Or no, yeah, I roll damage and then he does a. That's a hit. Yeah.
Yeah, you just roll damage. But it was upcasted, right? Was it upcasted at third or second level?
Second level.
So add one more d8 to that. And what sort of element?
I'm gonna go with frost.
16.
Slow him down a little bit.
All right. So that'd be 16 points of damage, and that was to this guy right here, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Yep. And so that's movement, action, bonus action.
All right. All right. Yeah. You sort of you hold out the diamond, and from it, that doesn't obviously absorb the diamond, but you're able to create this swirling ball of frost as you lob it at this man, and it hits and sort of like spreads across his armor. You can see the cold really biting into him as he sort of like tenses up. But that is the end of your turn. That will bring us to Case. Case sees a problem.
Whatever could be the problem.
Good thing he's a problem solver.
He has concentration on silence. He's going to just step over here so he can get a better look at this guard. And you see from his staff, as he sort of reaches it out, this black energy of these tendrils sort of approaches. It shoots out at this man. And I need the commander to roll a Constitution saving throw. I believe, as per Blight.
Light.
And that is a 14, which is not enough. So I'll roll.
Oh, Case is not messing around. He's breaking out the high level stuff.
Oh, wow.
Well, you want to get this done quickly because you guys are,
He's out of the. Yeah, he sees the man that's out. Yeah. It's 28 points of necrotic damage. Let me just do some math quick in my head. Okay. The commander is now bloodied. As you see, as this energy sort of reaches out and sucks the life out of him, he almost goes. As you can see the veins sort of like in his neck that peek through his armor at this point begin to turn black, and even some of the armor begins to like decay and rust effectively.
I think someone's about to get alerted.
Commander had to dash to get there, so you guys got a little time. That is Gax's. That is his turn to do that. Bonus action.
That is not Gax.
I can cast spells now.
Yeah.
The power.
Yeah, he can't really do too much, so he's just gonna sort of walk back. 10, 15. He'll just sort of get over to here, which is all he can move, and that will be the end of his turn, which brings us to Gax. Gax, give me another perception check for me.
Will do.
I need to roll one too.
I just realized, shouldn't I be doing this at disadvantage?
You're not that drunk where I've imposed.
I'm not that drunk? Okay.
Yeah.
It took about an hour or two to get over here, I think, from where we were.
Yeah, I could have sobered up a little bit. Oh, no, I am that drunk.
9? Yeah. I mean, yeah. So you see, folks enjoying themselves, and all this, and the sushi. You see people enjoying themselves, and what you don't notice is that a group of folks sitting on the fire suddenly turn their heads as they hear the sound of a man crashing through a wooden wall, and then some clanging of weapons in one of the buildings. But only a couple of guards seem to be alerted. But you don't see this, anyways.
Oh, weird. It's a butterfly. Those things aren't normally out at night. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, you see this butterfly that has like slightly glowing green, sort of like wingtips on it. It's like a firefly and a butterfly sort of flies
I've never
over.
been more interested in a singular insect in my entire life.
It'll land right on your hand if you want.
We need a Gax. Is this a butterfly meme image to be a thing now?
Do you eat the butterfly?
Yeah.
Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, no! Isn't this the consequences of my actions?
Hey, maybe you'll sober up even more.
The dichotomies of these roles in this session. Oh my god.
Didn't you learn in college? Never mix butterflies with alcohol.
College? The hell do you think I come from?
College. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Yeah, you know what? Someone had to do it.
Yeah.
Someone had to be the
Is this projectile
poor
vomit?
roller.
You'll have disadvantage from this because now you're considered poison for the next hour.
Well, you know what? At least if I fuck up more con saves against alcohol, it can't get any worse.
Yeah, you're already there. But you eat this glowing
I pull
butterfly.
out a flask that I don't have. Just
Hey, if you want to have a flask, you can have a flask. It would make sense.
fuck.
But yeah.
You know what? After I eat it, I'm just like, oh yeah, that was a bad idea. Just fucking
So you wash it down with some what?
wash it down.
I would say what sort of liquor would you have in your flask? Would it be nice? Would it be just shitty?
Well,
Doesn't he have that bottle of gin he just made himself?
Oh yeah, you do have the bottle of gin that you just made. If you were to put that in your flask.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you know what? I'll taste my own product. Fucking
Yeah, I mean, honestly, not bad gin, especially for your first time like doing it. Yeah, pretty piney.
How hard it is. That's crazy.
New delicacy he's discovered.
But yes, as you may take your turn to eat a butterfly and drink booze, that'll bring us to sushi.
Does Sushi notice the movement?
Give me a perception check.
All right.
Holy shit,
27.
Billy. Yeah, Sushi, you clock it immediately. You hear the crash through the wood. You hear the clanging of weapons. You hear Alphadon cast another spell, and you hear the croaking from the commander as the life is being sucked out of him by this blight. And you see a few soldiers get up from around a campfire and begin walking towards.
All right. Sushi tosses ball bearings towards the direction that they're walking in. Can she do that stealthily though?
Let's see. Your stealth check last time was crazy.
You know, Billy. You know, just shake my hand. I need whatever your dice are on. You know, I just need to.
I don't know what they. Yeah, it's Sushi. I'm playing Sushi.
Yeah, give me a. I would say give me a sleight of hand check. You're already pretty stealth, but just to give you an idea of what you're looking at.
Oh boy, there's a map.
Oh, oh,
Oh wow,
no.
26.
26. Yeah. I'm gonna roll dex saves.
Well, once they start moving, I'm sure I'll be able to tell.
Yeah, you see, as they're sort of making their way. They have gotten up and they're making their way over and around it's like roughly like this building ish would be where the jail is. So it's a bit away from people. But you see, as they got up and they're beginning to make their way around. This peacekeeper has been walking in, so they choose to go around this way. So as they're walking, you stealthily toss out the ball bearings, and you fully see one of the Clash commandos trip on the ball bearing and hit his head really hard at a really weird angle, and this cracking sound happens as he hits it on this wood, and then he's just really still.
Sushi
I rolled a
was
natural one. I rolled a natural one for him.
Dies. Oh my god.
And this other archer is able to maintain his footing, is looking around but does not spot you. And then this guy also fell prone. Not sure what has befallen them.
Does it look like any of the others have noticed?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Wait, Jason, no, you had a wife and kids back at home. No.
Oh, I think
they thought they got it
Sushi's turn.
easy.
She'll stay hidden. She's let this play out a
I would
bit.
say give me another stealth check after that.
Okay.
These soldiers thought they got it easy. They could have been
14.
sent to the front lines. No, they got sent here where
Yeah.
it's safe.
Okay.
14?
Yeah, they could be dying in Eagles March right now.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, 14. You're not sure if you're seen or not.
Okay.
Oh, we'll find out soon.
Just so I have an idea, where is she? Is she like under the building, around the building, on top of the building?
I figured you were kind of like on top of the building, scampering out.
All right, just so I have an idea.
Yeah, if you want. Otherwise, if honestly, this one would have like a weird like under sort of thing. I feel it's more akin to Sushi to be under a building because.
Yes.
So yeah, I would say Sushi is under the building then, and like right here, sort of like hitting, and there's like this little gap you can see from underneath the planks of the building that Sushi's sort of like picking her head out and through the marbles or whatever.
Really.
Out of. All right. Well, after Sushi's turn, that brings us to good old Constable Garibaldi, who has mage armor now. I'm gonna roll a sanity check. Okay. Yeah, he just sort of stays where he is, shaking. Afterwards, which will bring us to the commandos' turns. This one, Yonan, is going to take 2 steps and move over to you and make his attack. That's cocked. All right, that is a miss. As you see, he runs over, takes a big swing, and his sword actually like sort of embeds into the wooden post above your head as he's not used to try to swing.
Did
on
he
small
roll a
posts.
1?
No, he was able to dislodge it.
What did he roll? Because my armor class is lower when I'm wearing this disguise.
He rolled an 8.
Okay, not that low.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how I felt comfortable that it wasn't gonna hit.
this armor puts you at 2 dexterity.
I did not roll a 1, but I did roll a 3. But yeah, all right. This one, he's just got electrocuted. Yeah, he's moving over to attack you, Alphadon. He's gonna make his attack against
Is
you.
there a gate in the way or something?
Yeah, he would have. You sort of like lobbed it through, but he opens up the door. Or actually, they had just came out of beating him up, so the door would honestly be
Unlocked?
like would have been open when he came through. So yeah.
Okay.
That will be a 17 to hit you, Alphadon.
I believe that hits. My armor class is 17, so it's meter beat. Right?
All right. Yep. You succeed. So that is.
Oh wait, what's my? Was it level 6? Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 7 points of slashing damage as he sort of comes over and
Okay.
makes a hack at you.
It does not go through my ward, but I need to figure out what my ward is currently. I believe it is twice your wizard level plus intelligence modifier. So 12 plus 4 for 16. Minus 7, I have 9 temporary hit points. Or it's
There you go.
ward hit points. They're different. From
Got it.
hit points, but yeah.
This one, honestly, is going to run over and assist his commander, but he has to dash to get there.
Good luck, Akash.
So that is the end of his turn. So that turn, Yonan running over, sliding behind cover, tossing out the blade. In the moment as Piper kept like sort of struggling to break his chains. Akash squaring up with the commander that rushed over to him, trading blows. Alphadon sort of misty stepping over, lobbing the chromatic orb, unable to free Piper as the commandos sort of close in on him. You see Case, while the commander has been fighting Akash, yelped out and pulled this necrotic energy from the commander as he cast Blight. As above ground, Gax ate a butterfly, and Sushi is aware of the situation.
Yeah,
But
Sushi threw out some ball bearings, it got someone killed from it. Everyone's doing cool shit, and I'm out here getting drunk.
hey,
Fuck you!
but them no longer contained in the silent spell. I think that would actually be a good spot for us to take our first break here today. So for us, let's say 10 minutes sound good. Come back at the half-hour mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, in hindsight, we probably should have had Case come out of the hole, stay wild-shaped, and then drop it as he appeared as a humanoid after we'd all, like, harried a dragonfly over to the middle of the area. Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, just like...
See you in 10 minutes.
Seasons change all the time in the world of Atura. Spring blooms into life. Summer flourishes. Fall's harvests descend into a sleeping winter. And completing the cycle awakens into spring. However, on the continent of Leora, a different season is descending upon its nations. There's a heaviness that you cannot quite place, an unspoken tension weighing on the minds of the people. Soldiers can be seen in training. The clanging of weapons being forged can be heard across the land. Discussions in quiet halls dictate the fates of many. Peace has no place here, for what is approaching is the season of war.
Welcome back, everyone. I guess we're just going to jump right into initiative again as we find most of the plumbers. And they're tempted to be silent, breakout becoming less and less silent as the seconds go by. At the top of the round, we have Yonan, as you are now face-to-face with one of the Clash Commandos. Previously...
Oh my gosh, I realized I'd forgotten to do something super important. The official art of Yonan is thanks to a very cool artist I found who goes by Raza. That is RX at RXZARX on X.com. And Jack, do you mind? Could you put Yonan's
yeah, I'm just
character
reading
thing
it
if you
right now. I
could
noticed
show?
that. Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, just so everyone on the stream can see, because Raza made this very cool art for the campaign. He's available for commission, so we're gonna put his link tree in the episode description when we post this.
Could you say the name one more time, just for everyone, Yona?
Raza, and that is, and on X.com he goes by at RXZARX. yeah. So I think it's Jack. You're the screen that the or is it Autumn's screen that the audience is seeing?
It would be Autumn's, but it should be popped up when I refresh the video. It should be up.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see it.
Ah, good.
But yes, thank you very much, Raza, and obviously, like Callum here said, feel free to reach out to him for inquiries.
All right, cool. With that out of the way, Yonan is going to. Case is going to hear in his head telepathically, finish this one off before he could summon the guards, and he is going to take the attack of opportunity, and he is going to run over to.
All right.
Run over to.
I'm gonna roll that attack of opportunity. That is a natural 20.
Ooh.
Bring it.
You know, something tells me that I think the guards might
That is
already
17 points of slashing damage. As you rush away, you like
Uncanny
almost
dodge.
reaches out like a pit viper to slash and stab through your back into your stomach, but you're able to turn just in time, so it just scrapes across your ribs. Uncanny dodge, halving that 17 to 8 points of damage as we round down here.
All right. That hurt, but it's worth it. So I'm now behind the door here and this like melee cluster. Gonna use my bonus action to try and hide again.
All right. 23, incredible. Yeah, you're able to slide behind the wooden sort of frame door. You're a small figure, as you are known.
This guy is, has he taken any damage, Red Dot?
That is the only one that has not taken any damage.
All right. Now, at this point, Yonan is finally going to actually reach in and pull out the gun on his right, on the compartment in his right boot, which you can see in the art. And he's going to pull out the little gun called Clock Stopper. And fuck it, we need this Clash Commander dead. So he's going to take a shot at the Clash Commander.
Sure.
All right, with advantage.
Well,
Nice.
Does a 23 hit?
23 does hit.
ooh,
Only 24 damage.
only boy.
How do I want to do this? Give me a second. I want to show you something here. For 24 points of damage,
Yeah.
the Clash Commander. I don't know if you're able to see. Oh no, he had 23 hit points right there. As you can see.
Oh.
Just
So yes, Yonan, please describe to me how you end this Clash Commander before he ever gets to swing his sword.
So Yonan rushes under this guy, takes this like diving tumble leap as a sword swipe that would have decapitated him instead rolls across the side of his shoulder and back as he tumbles forward, hides into the doorway. He pulls out the gun, aims it, like has a brief moment where the adrenaline just causes time to slow down, and then he sees a spot in this guy's helmet where the blight spell has just rusted open a side of this little tiny opening in the side of the helmet. And it's a bit surreal because all of you can see the muzzle flash, but there is no sound as the gun fires and bullet fires straight through right to the weak spot in the helmet. But it's only one weak spot, so Akash, you're actually close enough to hear the bullet actually ricochet multiple times across the inside of the helmet and turn this man's skull into chunky salsa.
oh, my favorite.
Did we see any like brain matter come out of his nose or anything?
I mean, you see like the blood sort of like seep out of his eyes as you could see the ricochet, because as it was ricocheting around his skull, it went through and you could tell, so it like grazed the back of one of his eyes, so it's popped in a really grotesque way as he sort of
Gonna need to add that in the content warning.
as he sort of shakes and drops to the ground in front of you, Akash, and you hear a disappointed, "Oh, I was looking forward to that one."
No,
On
sir, you
next.
forgot your eye.
You just hear Akash like, what the fuck?
Oh.
And the sword just hears in it. Actually, Akash, you and the sword both hear. You can have the one next to him. He's all yours.
Okay, guys, you heard it. I'm the only one that can hit him.
You heard it. Fight him with
All right.
your own girl. You touch him.
Yonan, that is bonus action, action and movement, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
So that would bring us to our Clash Commander, who no longer exists. So that brings Piper. Oh, all right. Piper you see in a way of just fierce like determination, he begins hitting his wrist with his stump as he dislocates his wrist so that he can pull his hand out of the cuff above him and sort of like holds it underneath and then yanks. This is very important because Piper might pass out from this pain at this juncture.
That's kind of metal, man.
As he yanks his hand back, you see as he wavers for a second, sort of like you just see the amount of torture he's withstood, but he goes, "Oh, sorry, Alphadon. I've been a bit preoccupied as of late." But that is his whole turn, is getting himself out of here, which brings us to Akash.
No need to apologize.
So I'm just going at him with the great sword. First
All
attack,
right.
Twice.
First attack, nat 20.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Do the paladin.
The amount
thing.
of nat 20s tonight.
So do I roll
Do the
twice?
paladin.
Or double?
So if you can just click the you're doing the damage manually.
No, I can roll.
Or- If you click it, it should just if you click the damage function, it should just do it. Yes.
Dang.
18.
So that is 18 points of damage. You see, as you reach out and go for your strike, you stab it through the sort of gut of this guy as he sort of coughs out. His blood sort of as it seeps around the sword while the sword is still embedded in him. You see as it doesn't really drip off the sword. It drips into it and sort of gets absorbed by the sword as you get another sort of rumble, and you and only in your mind as like sort of a rumble of satisfaction. But that is not enough to kill him. Would you like to go ahead and make a second strike?
Yup. And I just tell, I'm like, that's a thing that's a concern for another day. And I go, 12.
12 misses. So as you pull it out and you go to strike again, the Clash Commander, now just sort of in a fight for survival in his own life, throws up his longsword, is able to clang off of it as a shower of sparks sort of occurs.
Wait, Autumn, don't forget you have that new ability, the oh god, what's it called? The Rebellion Spirit.
What does that do again?
If you want to use it, it's essentially a reroll.
Okay.
Once
I
per
haven't
day,
added
right?
that one yet too, because that's missing.
Here, I'll make sure to get that over, but
Here, I'll just
Okay.
I'll put it in chat so everyone can
Perfect,
see it.
thank
This
you.
is a custom feat we got for story reasons.
Okay, yes. And okay, cool. I can add that after my things. I'm missing stuff randomly. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna reroll.
all right. No. Well, you got a 12. You didn't get a nat one. After learning the outcome, use the roll that is more beneficial to you. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, the second one still sort of hits as you try to muster your strength for the second attack and fail.
At least you tried.
At that point, that I want to use as a bonus action, I'm going to give Yona and Bardic Inspiration.
All right. How are you going to do that? In the middle of this.
Basically, kind of just looking at him and just like saying like, "Thank you for letting me have this one," and like looking down at the goopy man whose head is now like Swiss cheese, basically, and it's just like, go, and kind of like go get the other ones.
All right. I assume you're going to stay right there. Or did you want to move around a little bit?
I think with being, I'm going to stay within. I'm gonna go this way because like, ew, and kind of just go around him so that I am closer to the door.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I'm staying within the 5 feet of him.
All right. Sounds good. As you just sort of maneuver around him, that brings us to Althadon.
It's just like, there's a reason I have a sword that sucks in the blood so it doesn't get on me. Eat that.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, he's just all about hygiene.
Yeah.
seeing that that's also why he doesn't wear a shirt because he doesn't want to get blood all over it either.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing that our good friend Piper is free now, Althadon is going to draw his blade, his short sword, and try slashing at this guy. He's already
Alright.
in melee range with him.
Go for it. Let's see what you got.
21. Yeah, that'll hit.
He's not wearing this. This is actually a 20. That the +1 is from the staff I'm not actually using right now.
Gotcha.
And, disable that.
20 still hits.
Yes. And I'll roll damage for that. Did it roll? Oh, there it goes. 9 piercing.
9 piercing. All right. Still up as you're able to slash at him. Sort of cutting in. You see as he's pretty wounded at this juncture, but still up.
Okay. And I am going to stay between him and Piper. But see, I don't have this is not a light weapon, so I can't. I do have another dagger. I don't think I can attack with a dagger and a short sword.
I mean, if you're dual wielding, you can use your bonus action to attack with it, but
Yeah, but I wouldn't be because I wouldn't have a hand free to cast anyway. So,
you only need one hand to do somatic components. But
Yeah.
if you're dual wielding, you won't be able to. Yeah,
Exactly.
yes.
So no, I'll just keep the sword pointed at him and
All right.
pensively stand there.
All right. Well, if that is your turn, that will bring us to Case.
Wait, I'm not on initiative. What happened to me?
Oh, you should.
Jax should be.
You're down. You're in initiative 8. Yeah.
I've been silenced by the DM. Man,
No,
was
you're
like,
at initiative 8.
You're done.
Why is it changing this?
You ain't a
Case had
butterfly.
10. All right.
It's the ghost of the butterfly.
Ooh, the butterflies
You're
passed.
a butterfly. You're done.
Flutters at you.
No, what? Okay, he's doing it again. You see, once again, he's gonna summon this necrotic energy with his staff.
What?
We're really lucky because he was in a fight earlier today that none of us were present for, and we had no idea like if he still had 4th level slots. So,
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, this dude's so
sweet
dead.
bejesus.
That's probably. Yeah, he's probably scraping the bottom. He probably. Some...
Yeah, you see as he just completely sucks all of the energy out of this guy as he begins to. You see as this guy is going to begin to try to run out of the door here, but as he does this, his body becomes like emaciated as he becomes dehydrated until he dies.
He chose poorly.
His case is begin to step forward to assist in any way he can, which brings us to Gax, poisoned, drinking out on the rooftops.
What a transition.
As you're, at the top left corner here, just sort of chilling. You just ate a butterfly. You don't feel so hot. And you just drank your gin. You're kind of like sweating a little bit.
Yeah, I was getting a bit peckish because, I didn't really have anything to accompany the alcohol that I had drank before. And, well, I think at this point, it's starting to dawn on me that maybe doing that wasn't the best idea. No, waste not, want not, bugs are high in protein, and apparently also in
Poisonous compounds.
narcotics. I'm guessing I still have to make that perception check to.
Yeah, I mean, but now you're at disadvantage because you're poisoned.
Oh boy.
14. I mean, with a 14, you're able to sort of clock the clanging of weapons that is heard as a couple more of these guys begin to get up and move over. And I will say with that 14, you do remember you guys have the psychic mind blink, but you do see as a few more people begin to make their way over.
The people are coming. Yeah.
Where are we on this map? Where is our thing?
So it extends further south, but essentially it's this building right here.
Oh,
Like the building extends past it, but yeah.
I did not think that. Okay. I was thinking it was this one.
Yeah, people are coming. I'm gonna try and create a distraction. Try to get their eyes on over towards me instead of continuing. And even potentially, I don't really know where Sushi went, but hopefully this distraction I'm about to cause might help with that.
Asking.
Well, what's your passive perception?
Mine? 16.
You unfortunately would see Sushi.
That's real unfortunate. Then yeah, hopefully this is about to. I have alcohol. I have a fire starting kit.
There's also bonfires over here.
Yes.
Yeah, are you gonna try to make a Molotov cocktail right now?
You know what? Fuck it, because I'm not feeling great. It's real unfortunate that I made this gin and now I'm gonna have to waste it because they decided to not take stealth further into account whenever they were doing this prison break. So fucking like that shit.
YOLO.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Is there something I need to roll to like get this thing started, or?
Yeah, I would say you can roll and add your brewer's tools if you want to for the Molotov cocktail, which it will just be like your wisdom and not proficiency, I believe.
Yeah, it'd be flat wisdom, which is
Otherwise, I'm trying to look at your tools that you have. Yeah, there are other tools that you sort of have. No. Sleight of
so
hand.
just need
No.
my flat wisdom.
Yep, just roll a wisdom for me.
Oh boy. Okay.
7. You 6. Oh yeah, 6. You think that you have set it up pretty well. That like you sort of got the rag that you have, and you've dipped it in some of the booze, and you got it flowing in there, and you sort of like trying to shove a cork in it. You think it'll work?
Cool. Is that my action?
I'll say that's your bonus action.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm gonna try. So, this place down here, right, with the campfire, there's things surrounding it. How is it like a overhead tent, or is it just like?
Oh, that's really just to represent like this rough seating that they have, like logs brought in. It's not super great, but it's pretty much they have like logs brought in.
Let me see how far that is. See if I'm even able to 90 feet. I don't know about that one.
You can move too.
Yeah, I can.
60 feet, I'll let you throw without any rolls. If you're trying to throw farther, I might want like an athletics check for that.
Yeah. What I'm really trying to hit is like that border between basically like right around here where that fire kind of starts.
Sure.
That would be like like an 80-foot toss. Let me see if I can.
So you're gonna throw alcohol into an open flame.
Yeah. I'm trying to cause a distraction, my guy.
Sounds like it could be effective.
Is this same like height roof right over here?
Yeah, you're able to like no cost of movement, basically just hop across to the other rooftop.
Okay.
Is gin considered a monk weapon?
Way of the Drunken Fist Monk, yes.
Yeah. Fortunately, that's not me. Good idea, though. Maybe I'll convert. What?
I thought you already were.
Range on my throw without having to.
If you want to throw without having it, you're going to need to be at least within 60 feet, which you have the movement for.
20 movement. And then I'm gonna just. And
all right. All right. So Molotov cocktail. Each creature. So normally you rolled so bad this wouldn't work, but you were chucking it into an open flame, so it will work. So you do truly think you did this well.
A master in his own mind.
So from this point, it is a 20-foot range.
Oh shit! That worked a little bit better than I thought it would.
So I'm gonna have all these guys
That
make.
seems to be how explosions work.
Oh, might as well use fireballs. I was like,
let's see.
There's another mage out there.
Oh wow!
Pass. Fail. Pass. Pass.
Hopefully it's on fire too.
Pass. I rolled really well. The only guy that failed is this guy. But either way, it's half damage.
Yeah.
So I need you.
What is it? What is it?
Give me 1d10. Give me 1d10 for fire damage.
Alright, okay. 1d10. 6.
All right, and then I need you to give me a d4 too.
That's scary too.
All right, so this guy will be burning for 2 whole rounds because he failed the dex save, which at the end of each of his turns. Everything around it is fire.
Well, I'm
So does
assuming
that catch the structure on fire?
Like the that's just like logs for them to be sitting around the campfire.
Fuck that.
But yes, it will set that structure on fire.
I was saying that I probably got all eyes on me because they would probably, know generally where that came from.
So it's
And
D8
it's
fire damage each turn.
Creature atop a rooftop. standing there in the night, completely unaware I'm drunk off my ass. It looks really badass from where they're standing, but from where I'm standing, I'm seeing triplicates.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, as you throw this out, yeah, the fire begins to be lit, and these guys were lit by the fire. So I'm gonna just put.
Yeah, I guess after I throw this and it explodes, and maybe some people get their eyes on me now that I've kind of shown.
Oh, definitely, yeah, drawn some aggro.
I'm gonna yell out, fucking leave our town, you imperialist swines, and I'm gonna leave.
Okay, as you run away, give me like a persuasion or intimidation with advantage, just to try to get people to follow you. Maybe deception,
okay.
even.
Which would be neutral, because disadvantage.
You
Let's
usually get an advantage on charisma with, well, you're poison. Never mind.
Yeah,
Because you're drunk.
So let's do persuasion. Fucking fuck you, leaves. 18.
18? Yeah, a whole bunch of these guys. Honestly, you have bought them some time over there.
Cool. In that case, I need to leave. Let me see.
Fortunately, you are a monk, so you can move
I am
quickly.
a monk.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another 10 feet. How tall is this building?
Oh, about 20 feet tall.
About 20 feet tall. Let me see. Beginning of 4th level, you could use your reaction. Reduce any fallen damage you take by an amount equal to 5 times your monk level. I'm just gonna fucking go to the back of this building, fucking jump off, completely fine, tuck and roll. Probably fucking. Once I get back on my feet, can't look cool. I'm drunk as hell. I kind of stumble.
I think you think it might have looked cool, but like to any other observer, like it's just drunken.
Actually, I just landed on my face. But because I'm so drunk, just
get to know. Yeah. There you go.
That's 35 feet of movement, and I have another 10 feet, so I just fucking
start taking off. Yeah,
start taking off. So people are probably gonna start rushing after me. Now that I'm there, I will say probably gonna wait until it sounds like they're getting close, just so they don't immediately.
Yep. No. 100%. Sounds good. Good plan. That'll bring us to you, Sushi.
Right. Does it look like all these guys are headed in his direction now?
Yeah. He has drawn all their aggro.
All right. Sushi is going to remain hidden, and if not, maybe roll another hide as a bonus action.
Yeah, I'd allow you to hide again. If you
wants
wanted
to. I wouldn't mind actually moving further.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you wanted to, you can try to dart across like this alleyway. Like this guy probably would have moved up more towards here. Like all their attention is sort of facing like inward and up this way. So maybe if you could try to like dart behind them and re-hide if you want.
Yeah, I would like to do that. I got 35 feet exactly, so I will move there.
Right.
And that should still leave me within range to cast the spike growth as a readied action when they are in the area.
Okay.
I think that makes sense. So I'll throw that down so you can see the spell.
Oh.
All right.
And I was thinking somewhere like something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
That way it slows them down as they chase him.
All right. All right. So give me another stealth check if you're trying to hide with your bonus action.
Yes.
Wait, doesn't cast spell
Will take you out of hide. Yeah, but he's trying to be hidden when he casts it. So if they run by him.
I could cast it first if you want, because it makes more sense.
No, I think it's fine.
Okay.
It's up to you. Really, but yeah.
Well, in the mind of Sushi, she doesn't think far ahead. So, yeah, I'll stick with what I did.
All right, sounds good. All right, Holding, your turn. That will bring us to Constable Constano Garibaldi.
You hear in your heads, just like Gax is just
Oh.
like, I bought you guys some time. You better hurry the fuck up in there. And he's just,
Did anyone hear that noise?
As he makes his way over here, he's gonna try to. Yeah, he is able to take a dagger off of the belt of this Clash Commando, and he's gonna make 2 attacks with advantage.
Oh, he can do
Hell
things.
yeah.
nice. This explosion.
The first one's a natural 20,
Go! Crazy dude!
and the second one is a 24. So yeah, the natural. He's using a dagger.
A pointy stick.
So that's 4. That's 8. That will be 4 doubled for the natural 20 is 8 plus 4 for him is 12. Yeah. You see as Constano Garibaldi sort of stumbles to his feet and walks over and just sort of takes this dagger out, and then in rapid motion, just like of a man who is getting back at a person who's been torturing him for weeks, just stabs, and doesn't stop, just keeps stabbing this guard down. As you see, like the back of this guard's head just begins to turn to like mush as he keeps stabbing him over and over. This guard, well past dead.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Your sword is not happy.
Sorry.
But yeah, that is Constano, the Constable Constano Garibaldi's turn, which leads us to our last commando. And Alphadon.
Mm-hmm.
This commando is going to look at you and go 1, 2, and attempt to dive out the window.
Oh no! Grab
Okay,
the
I have a
cape!
sword out. Can I make?
You can make an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And Piper can too. Because he's a monk,
Can
baby.
Piper... How many levels of monk does Piper have? Can he stop him?
Grapple.
He could, potentially. 19 will hit. Go ahead and roll the damage for that.
Hope this stunning strike gets off.
7.
7 points of damage? Yeah, you see as you slash at him and get the back of his ankle so as he begins to stumble, and Piper just really quickly comes out with his one hand that's left and pops him in the head and drops him. He had 8 points of health, so the 7 would not have done it, but I rolled a 18 plus 7 to hit for Piper. So he, as he knocks this guard out, the guard does not leave the building.
Let's get you out of here.
Are we out of initiative?
And for a moment now, yes, we are going to exit initiative for but a moment. Sushi, outside, they all do sort of congregate in that one choke point that you had for your spike growth to grow up. So if you want to go ahead and roll the damage for that, if there's any.
2d4 for every 5 feet of movement they move through.
It's wonderful.
So it all depends on how far they move within it.
Give me, let me see. Some of them would try to move full 30.
So they move half of that because of the.
Yeah, so give me 64.
So
12, and then we'll do that again, because some of them might dash to try to get like out of this thing. They don't really understand what's going on. Yeah, yeah. You see some of these guys just die on the outside. You guys hear screams at this point. You guys that are inside the building, you hear screams from outside. I'm just gonna go ahead and move some.
I'm getting a weird feeling that perhaps Gax and Sushi did not quietly stand around waiting for the defense to happen.
Oh, I wonder why.
The escape route to happen.
There was a butterfly.
Just a feeling.
Maybe it's because you guys were.
Worry about that guy.
Yes, as we exit initiative, for those of you that are in the building, you have a couple of quick moments. What are you doing? You know you have to get out of here
first,
quickly.
I pull out the portable hole.
Yonan rushes over to Piper.
Can you? Okay.
There you are, you bloody devil. Oh,
He sort of holds his head. You're right. Did they put any worms on you? Bugs? Did they let anything crawl under your skin?
no bloody worms. No bloody worms, no bugs.
Thank
Just
goodness.
traditional methods.
You are one tough fucking bastard. You are.
Let's not insult his parents. Tidge, right now.
That honestly cracks a smile on Piper's face. Well, I think you can get me the fuck out of here. I'm hurting bad.
I could probably
Case, do you
carry
have
you,
any?
but you could also just.
Case,
hop
do you
in.
have any healing?
Yeah, Case will drop a cure wounds.
There we go. Then won't need to do this then.
Right. So, I'm thinking the best way is for Alphadon, you, Case, and Piper and Garibaldi to all go in the hole. They saw me and they saw Caution Me take a prisoner in. They're gonna see a Caution Me walk out with no prisoner. As far as they know, nothing's happening in here but a rough interrogation.
Speaking of interrogation, are there any notes or anything that they were taking, or were they just taking mental notes and now they're all dead? It doesn't matter. If they have anything written down on any kinds of paper, I'm gonna be grabbing them and throwing them into the portable hole.
Give me an investigation check, quick.
Okay.
Can I assist?
Yes, you can.
So do it. Yeah, roll that with advantage.
Nice.
Ooh.
26.
26. Yeah. You don't have enough time to like read through them right now, but you do, as you're going through the drawers, you do see there are some papers in one of them as you're able to grab them. In addition to like a really nice pen that you see, and as you're going through the drawers on a 26, a standard healing potion as well. In one of the drawers here.
Okay.
As they're doing that,
Flip that to
nope, sorry.
Piper.
He'll hand it to Garibaldi.
Okay.
Garibaldi, what the fuck have they done to you?
Well, Yonin, they're quite brutal, you know. They would just go and they just take and take and take and take and take and take on.
It's all right. It's all right.
He
Done
goes
right
like,
by me family. We'll do right by you.
Thank you, Yonin. I appreciate it. Did I get him? Was he dead?
Very, very dead, and it looks like he suffered a bit before he died.
Good. He'll get that for tying me outside after they took my eyelids. You see, he sort of looks at you, and you see he just has his eyes sort of like blanked over. Like you imagine he's probably blind right now.
Right then. We've got a little space for you to hide in while we get the folk out of here. So just hold on to Mr. Sergeant Case here and climb down right this way. Careful, it's a bit of a step.
Gotcha. Come here. And yeah, Case will help him into the hole.
Right, we've got to get that family of halflings out. They're in the building right next to this. It sounds like Gax and Sushi have created a bit of a distraction, so rush over You two will. I'll send a signal to you two when it's time to come busting back out. Case, do you have another one of those silence spells in you?
Do? Yes. You see as he like peeks out of a window, says, "The tent they're in looks abandoned for the most part, except for them. You might just be able to sneak in."
If that's
Whatever
the case,
the others have
all
done,
the
it's
better.
certainly drawn the attention of a lot of them.
All the better. So let's get you in there. We'll get moving quickly.
All right. Yeah.
As they're doing that, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to take a look outside the windows just to see what we can see, what's happening, like around
Sure.
us, like outside.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
The windows.
Chaos. I mean, it looks like chaos outside.
It's one hell of a
You see
distraction.
peacekeepers are beginning to mobilize. They're like making their way over. And you see, I guess with a 3, the reason that you don't see much else is because you're just caught by this crop of let's see, did I move it over? Yeah, you guys are just caught by you see this crop of people who are all dead with these spikes that have just jumped out of the ground and impaled them all at various angles. As you see just blood dripping and pooling at the cracked floor at their feet.
Sushi did a thing. Okay, Sushi did a thing. He just says as he looks at, come on guys, we need to get going. They make quite a distraction.
Aye, Sushi's a very good friend to have and a very, very bad enemy to make.
And Gax, you still would notice, like, as you're waiting up, some of them do follow and like catch up to you. And
I would say, considering that I heard people start to scream and, vines probably get pushed up out of the ground and stuff like that, I would have, instead of immediately waiting, I would have probably gotten into the line of sight and been like, just to keep the facade going, just been like, it's like, and that's what you motherfuckers get for following me. And he's just gonna.
All right, give me a deception check with disadvantage because you're poisoned.
Just disadvantage.
Yeah, because you're poisoned.
Wait, what am I lying about?
It's more of the facade of that you're doing this to try to get them to follow you.
Performance?
Well, yeah, shouldn't that be
I can
like
see
performance?
I can see performance. Yeah, I guess I can see persuasion for that too. I can see an angle at all 3. So
Good.
pick your choice.
Disadvantage. Well, I mean, they're
Some of them are
dying.
still gonna follow you. Yeah. Some of them are still gonna follow you. It's a pretty low DC. It was more about like if you garner more people to come after you. So, but yeah,
That's fine. I'm just getting as much as I can, and
all right.
whenever I say that, I'll just duck back around the corner. And probably, considering I'm faster, just cut them enough to where they'd keep chase until about maybe like a block or so away, and then I immediately just fucking lose.
Yeah, we'll say for the next couple. We're not really doing rounds right now, but yeah, for the next little bit, that's what you're going out and doing. Oh yeah. The rest of you, as you escape, Sushi, would you have kept moving afterwards over to the building where you knew that they were?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna say at this point, as you're caught up looking outside that window, Akash, in that image, Alphadon's just grabbed the papers. They've just jumped in the hole. You see Sushi's head just pop up in the window that you're looking out of.
Yeah, I do full on dash. Why not? And with us followed by stealth. I'll roll the stealth too.
I'm like,
Sure.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll D20. If I roll above a 10, I'm gonna be surprised. Let's do it.
Ooh, surprise!
Okay, I'm like, hi, Sushi. And I just wave through the window.
She does like a tap on the window, bang, bang, bang.
And then I just go like, no, with my body, with my head, I'm like, no.
Sushi, come inside. Wait, is there Sushi? Is there still a guard watching the front entrance of this building?
Did she hear the gold?
Mm.
Telepathic.
Looks back.
Give me a perception check.
Sure.
Because it's the other side of the building. I'm gonna roll a luck check.
That's 11.
11? You're not sure.
Yep, that's about right.
Yeah, Sushi just shrugs, but you are able to crawl in the window if
Sweet.
you want. Yeah.
There's a really big guy out there.
That I was worried about. Quick. Right.
Good boy.
So plan doesn't change. Everyone in the hall, Akash, you're helping me escort this goblin to where we're keeping the other small ones.
Should we bound or
Aye. Let's Sushi, you mind putting these manacles on?
Yes.
you're gonna pretend to be
you
a
don't mind.
prisoner?
Okay. She puts them on grudgingly.
Yeah.
You really play up the viciousness. Make sure they don't want to mess with us.
Oh, and she takes off her other disguise.
All right. As you all gather in the hall, yeah, Sushi takes off the halfling disguise, which actually now, I can't remember. Did you describe Sushi or did you describe the halfling before?
I described both.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, as Sushi, you allow yourself to be manacled, and you have it set up where you could just get out of them pretty much right away. It's not locked, but it looks like it's locked essentially.
Sweet.
As you guys exit the building, you see the one guard is still there. He goes, "Oh, everything all right in there? Sounded like you got a bit rambunctious with the prisoners." And you see as he sort of goes to begin to take a look at his a look inside. Akash, Yonan, what do you do to try to stop this?
Yeah, actually, it got a little rough with the prisoner from Manitoba. We tell you the truth, he actually managed to break loose for a second.
Oh god, that one's a right twat. In my opinion, I was saying slurs about my mother.
He actually managed to. I mean, you didn't hear it from me, but the commander managed to slip and bang his nose. If you catch my drift.
Ah, I see. Nothing that will touch the official report. Well, I hope he just didn't take it out on Jimmy again. I need him alive because he owes me a few coins over cards.
Hey,
Well, I'd stay out of there for a few minutes just so you have deniability. He looks like the commander looks like he's about to take it out on just about anybody.
Give me a deception check with advantage. You do
Will
have a
do.
bardic, I
can I
believe.
add something to this?
Yeah. How would you like to add?
I just wanted to say, hey, you might want to check outside. It seems like there's some kind of ruckus out there. We don't want it to interfere with the interrogation.
I know, I done heard it, but
So that's an 18.
okay, 18. Would you like to use any of your bardic on this or no?
I will use my bardic inspiration, so that becomes a 22.
Right. He goes, Oh, that's a good call. Maybe I will just take a slow walk around, make sure that not everyone's left the courtyard. You know what I mean? You get this little little green bitch over there to where we keep the other small ones.
The sooner I get back to bed, the better.
Oh, you're telling me. And yeah, you're able to just exit, and as you turn the corner, you see that there's a small cage underneath this tent that has 3 halfling members. You imagine that it's the remaining members of this halfling family in this cage. There's no guard.
All right. Is there enough privacy to unroll the hole?
Maybe. I mean, to unroll it to allow Aaron, yes. But to get everyone to pile out, maybe not the best idea.
All right, so we're gonna. Well, first thing we got to do is we got to deal with this. Is the cage locked?
Yes.
Right. So.
Is it a metal cage?
Yes, it is.
What?
Okay. I was just asking, what material is the cage made out of?
It is a metal cage, yeah.
Right. Sushi, you want to have a go at the lock?
Okay.
Wait, before you do, it's... Let's see if I can... Oh, that's exactly the DC for my historian feat. So... Oh, this is just a bit basic Wilson standard. They've been using these in Seaward Sports for centuries. Start on the left side. The pins on these always start on the left. There's four pins, 5 tumblers. Go odds and evens.
And that gives advantage and a +3 to it, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm. Yonan knows his locks.
Thieves Guild. Thieves Guild roll. So that would be a 22 for you, Sushi.
Sushi's just like, that's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sushi actually. Yeah, put a click as it opens up. And you see the sort of halfling guy boy sort of cocks his head as you get these 3 folk out.
Just 3.
You
Just
really
came
know
up.
your box.
We killed a couple of them earlier in the day, unfortunately. The children.
Oh dear. Well, I've had plenty of time to study. Rez, I'm getting some echo.
Sorry.
Just a little bit.
I think that's on.
I believe it was.
Yeah, if you
it's all good.
adjust the volume or something. All right. So, looking around, sort of peeking outside of this tent, where would be the best place to? Is there any places that look like they have some privacy?
I mean,
Well, I thought where you were was private.
Well, there's not enough privacy.
were they
Hold
in
on.
this tent?
How big is the cage?
the cage, it's about 10 feet by 7 feet.
So not enough space to unroll the hole on the surface.
No, not quite enough.
Okay, where is the next nearest?
I mean, you could
Base.
unroll the hole to get people into it quick. Getting people out of it, they have to climb out.
All right, so yeah, we'll do that. We'll direct the halflings into the hole, and actually, probably the safest way out is the original plan, which would be everyone going into the hole and Alphadon dimension dooring us 400 feet away.
Yeah, you can do that. Dimension door is 500 feet, but yes.
So,
As there?
What's that?
Akash, I mean, Alphadon, are you down for that plan?
Yes, I think we'll be able to get enough charge back into the staff to use it tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, staff has 7 charges, and you regain 1 the night's rest. So
I believe
you
it
do.
is 1d something on a night's rest. But yes.
So yeah, you'll have enough to still do a banishment spell tomorrow if you can get a night's rest after this.
Okay. Everyone in the portable hole? And I will he grabs
Sorry,
his
did you
staff from
want
the
to
portable hole.
say something quick there, Akash?
Yeah, just really quick as they're doing that. I just had a question about like this building.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
what is it exactly? Like, is it just like an open?
There's like an open area back here where you see that there's someone with a big pot that he's like cooking, and then you imagine, like, and then it's just like a bunch of bunks. So it's just a place where some of the guards sleep, and then also they cook some food.
Temporary barracks.
So
And
then,
that's all.
can I like take a stick from the fire and yeet it over into this to try to light the building on fire before we leave? If it's wooden?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, you can give it a shot. I'd say just roll and add either give me athletics or just add your dex.
Okay. I want to create some more damage just to kind of create like somewhat of cover.
Kill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do athletics. 28?
Holy shit. Yeah, you're able to toss that as yeah, you see as you throw it, and you kind of catch, like, you throw it in a way where it lands on some of the bedding that's inside, so it starts to catch flame to the cloth that begins to roar as this building begins to catch fire just as you're jumping the hole.
Yep. Alright, I'm like, alright, let's go, guys.
All right. As you jump in the hole, Alphadon, you are casting Dimension Door through the staff.
Yes, I have.
As you know, this is the staff of unreliable translocation.
Yes.
So I do need you to roll a D100 for me.
Yeah.
Oh, no problem.
Let's go to the abyss, guys. It's fun.
Don't leave me alone with this.
So
I rolled a
45%. That does not cause a drastic error when casting the Dimension Door spell, but the chance goes up from 10% to 15% now that you've successfully cast this.
Yay.
You see like a sparkly
Okay.
tunnel.
Where are you trying to go? As you have 500 feet to get out of here.
As far as
Leave it by sight, right? Or sight or
No.
known location?
Yeah, known location. You guys kind of scouted some stuff out on the way here. So if you
Okay.
want to improv, whatever you would have found.
Well, then, wherever we were supposed to meet up with Gax.
Okay. Which was not the same location that you and Sushi were like directly at. It was a little bit further away. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, so I will, or in that direction, because it might not be 500 feet away from here. But, get there and then run.
All right. Yes, you were able to teleport away. Gax, as you're sort of leading these guys astray and are going to meet up with the rest of the crew, you guys getting that 500 feet is critical for you right now in a lot of ways that I care
Get
to
away.
explain at the moment.
Get it away from the peacekeeper.
Yes.
they still
Yeah,
told
I'm
me
getting.
that I can just leave these guys in the dust.
We're out of there.
Getting.
But yeah,
yes.
the moment Alpha says they're out of there, Gax is like, oh shit, okay. And instead of running like 25 to 30 feet just so that they can keep up, he just 45 feet, 45 feet, 45 feet. I'm burning like 3 key points on this just to get away as quickly as possible.
I would say, all right, yeah. As you're cooking away, just sprinting away from them, I'd have you could roll a stealth or an acrobatics check with advantage, so it cancel out to be a straight roll.
Cool. So stealth or acrobatics, I mean, either one of them works. Stealth hasn't led me astray. It led me astray a little bit.
12 is higher than a 10. As you're able to sort of just cook away from all of them, as you guys get together to your meetup point outside of the camp and begin to rush off. I think as you all sort of come back together after this mission, be a good spot for us to take another short break.
Yeah. That
Hell
as
yeah.
running away, everyone just get out so that they don't suffocate.
Yes.
Yes, you are able to get them out. Yeah, you're able to give them time. Like that's just sort of you're able to get them out, and they won't suffocate. You're able to open up the hole. But yeah, I was thinking we could take a short break here, and then all right, boom.
Ow. Whoa. Yo.
Oh, God, that is good. That is cool character art, man.
Hey man, y'all better be super grateful. I just lost my last bottle of gin.
Your first and last bottle of gin.
You'll make some more. It's all good.
What?
Don't even prove.
You know, this is actually the second least. This is the second most chaotic prison break that we've done together.
Isn't this like our third though?
Yeah,
Our?
if you count the
Hanging.
if you count the execution we interrupted, this is our third prison break.
You are rebels. Well, as you all sort of get back together in your place on the top of a building, sort of farther away from the encampment, where you still have somewhat of a view from it, you see these troops are going searching in the wrong direction for you all as you open up the hole, and everyone's begins to spill out. In this quick moment, so what do you guys do? I know you quickly.
Oh, it was getting stuffy in there.
And ran away.
Oh,
What?
that. Wait,
They're chasing Gax.
what was that?
What?
Wait, Gax isn't.
Gax
I
is
thought
here.
Gax was
No,
here. Oh,
Gax met up
there
with
you
you
are,
guys.
Gax.
Hey, what the hell were y'all thinking?
What were you thinking? That explosion you did out there.
Well, I was thinking that I was saving your guys' ass. The guards were coming to get you.
Thank you for that very much. We both of our groups had to do a bit of improvising. Gax, whatever you did it marvelously. So
Word.
I had to sacrifice something very near and dear to me to do that.
He was
very
brave.
sorry to hear that, and we'll work to make it up to you.
Yeah, it was very heartbreaking to part with that gin.
Look, I'll buy you a bottle. I'll buy you a bottle if we can get through this. Hell, help me liberate this city. I'll take you on a fucking pub crawl.
Yeah, you know what, before we get to that, let's go back to the where we were before to get everyone in. That butterfly isn't sitting well with me. And Gax is gonna
Butterfly.
Okay, that gets an eyebrow raised from Yonan. That's like, even that was a little like, even for Gax, that was a little what the fuck.
Tiny bit sus.
But yes, as you all are making your way back to Shades and Case will pass without a trace, all of you, but I need everyone to give me a stealth check, please.
I'll try.
Do you mind rolling mine for me there, Jack?
Sure. Yeah, I can do that.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Get this. I'm still doing this at disadvantage.
Yes, but you do have pass without a trace.
So that's an 18 for Alphadon with passive without a trace. You only rolled an 5 for an 8.
Oh,
22 is.
I got a 30.
Damn.
I will never be this stealthy again.
So she got a 29. 18 for Alphadon. Yeah.
So this is what it feels like.
Oh, yeah. Piper is 34. And Garibaldi does all right as well. The halfling children will do pretty well. Yeah, you guys are able to sneak your way back to Shades End as you make your way to the Woolport district of Seaward's Port, a very much more industrial district with the city near the water. You're all able to make your way and dodge and avoid the different military groups out looking for you all. You do hear the familiar message from Captain Adonis Locken that is played over the speakers. That maybe we'll play over break or something. And yeah, as you all make your way through, you see the familiar empty warehouse with the elephant in it that is currently being cared for by the various members of the Shadow Band, a thieves guild in town. You see there's one with a copper bracelet around his wrist that is currently, just feeding the elephant there. As you make your way in, you do the familiar thing where you set the clock to the correct time. As you head in, the correct time being 4:32 and 42 seconds, which equals 78, which is the elemental number for platinum. As you begin to make your way down the elevator operated by different chains to, Shades End proper, the sort of alcove subterranean area where the Shadow Band resides. As you come back, you see that the scale guard has, some of them are sharpening their weapons, but they sort of kind of settled down, like they really need a rest. So, but they wanted to stay up and await your arrival. And you also see El Capitan is sharing a glass of wine with Becca sort of over at one of the tables as they're talking and enjoying themselves a bit as you make your way in.
Gax is going to immediately make his way to the nearest place that would be able to hold him and then fucking...
Oh, just go to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to grab one of the cots in the nearby room. As you, make your way and hit the hay. Are there any quick check-ins that you'd like to do?
I just wanted to say quickly to the 3 halfling children.
Right.
I'm very sorry what happened to your... Was it your parents?
Well, yeah. They got one paw, but we were able to make it out.
Do you have any relatives in town? Or a place you can stay?
Oh, yeah. Me uncle works at one of the taverns over in Clearport.
Okay, we'll get you in contact with them. But tonight, you stay here. It's safe.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming to get us and coming back for us.
You're partially... I feel responsible for what happened. Just cutting through your house there, being chased. Oh, God. We were being chased. He points at Gax.
Well, since we, smuggled our way into town here a while ago, we always knew if we ran into the military. It'd be bad news. I guess they knew the risks. Yeah, you see as this sort of like obviously the oldest of the three boy, the one that chucked the Molotov cocktail from their house, if you do recall, sort of like the brown shaggy hair, as he obviously is a little more worse for wear than he was in that moment, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll direct them to where they can get a place to sleep, and then I'll go and start working on some extensive studying.
Yes, as you have some spells to transcribe.
Yes.
As you take off to go and do that. As you start to do that, you see El Capitan will get up and head over to you. Hello, Alfredon, it is good to see you. I've made it out of this.
Yes, Capitan.
I just wanted to say that if, when you get a moment, you want to copy a spell from my spell book, I have one that I think may be very useful for you in your endeavors to lead this revolution.
Well, really? Well, I'm kind of low on paper, and I already borrowed some. But if you can spare that, I would most.
I can spare you the paper for this. I think it may be important. It'll let you announce your presence in the city if you wish. It is a spell called Skywrite.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that one. Yes, that could be very motivational, one would say.
Yeah, and if you wish, this evening he'll take the time to teach you Skywrite.
Okay. Another thing to learn, but yes, I think he has enough time to do that.
Yeah, it's only a level 2 spell, so.
Got 2 level 3 spells to learn. One of them is Abjuration, so it'll take a little bit longer, a little bit less time.
You guys will be able to sleep in a little bit on the morning too. You see, as he begins to work with you on that and get you the materials that you need. Yeah, Yonan, you've made it back. You see as Poppy sort of pokes her head out of her room and then begins to run over to you, sort of just giving you a hug.
What are you doing out of bed at this hour?
Well, I couldn't wait up. I couldn't sleep knowing that you were out there, big brother. You know how it is. I just couldn't. I'm so glad to see you. You made it, and you got Piper. Oh, he's missing a hand. Okay, it's okay. This happens. Could I give you a hand? That wasn't worded. It didn't mean it in the way.
Was the hand there, by the way? Because if so, we would have grabbed it.
I'd say no. The hand was not there. Yeah. As you see, Piper just sort of, oh, you're a good kid, Poppy. Just hang out with your brother. I'm gonna go get some much needed rest. As he walks away and honestly falls asleep on the cot right next to Gax.
I'll just be like, just put an arm over him, just as I'm like half asleep.
Mm-hmm. He sort of snuggles in a little bit.
Jack, maybe would you like to describe Poppy and El Capitan for the audience?
Yes, of course. So Poppy is the younger sibling, the youngest sister of Yonan McPherson. And I'm going to put her up here for everyone to see it, hopefully. But yeah, you see as she sort of... Well, actually, Speed, do you want to describe her?
I'll let you.
Okay. Yeah, you see, looking, somewhere between 9 and 11 years old, a young gnomish girl, sort of covered in dirty rags, sort of has this weird headband that goes over her head, and a sort of small hand crossbow that she has on her hip. Poppy McPherson has an intelligent look in her eye and always seems to acquire goods off of other folks' person, as she goes about in life. The youngest of the McPhersons, she's still very intelligent, but seems to enjoy taking to the streets and leading her own little gang of street kids, as they are called. But in this moment, just tired. There's bags under her little eyes as she was waiting for her big brother to come back home. Well, come back to Shade's End, that is.
Right.
And then
I'm
El
actually
Capitan.
quite.
Sorry, go ahead. Actually, you're good.
No. You go forward with the description first.
And then El Capitan has a large, sort of tall-brimmed captain's hat with a feather that comes out of it, a nice jacket, and you see as he moves about, if his arm sort of, if he pulls up, you just see gold after gold band that goes up his arm as his sleeves get pulled up a little bit. The leader of the Shadow Band here in Seawardsport, El Capitan, is a middle-aged gnome, probably from Ezbek, but no one's really sure, who has a sort of nice jacket and a popped collar and a very, very keen look in his emerald eyes. And black hair that sort of flows out of his hat. But as he is over helping Altadon and Poppy has came over to Yonan, how do you respond to Poppy?
Yeah, just for the folks at home, the Shadow Band is a major thieves guild in this part of the Empire, and one that's been helping us out quite a bit in our recent endeavors for reasons that will become clear soon. So, right, it's good to see. I'm actually glad to see that you're still up, Poppy. I've got a bit of a job for you.
Oh, what is that?
He sort of bends over and tousles her hair. Well, you see now, we came in. When we came in, we brought back more than just Piper. We managed to pick up these three children that don't have mother and father anymore.
Oh. Well, she sort of looks over to them. Well, you interested in joining my band? We call ourselves the Street Kids, and we take care of each other. I promise. Says the halfling children sort of look around at each other and whisper. And Eli, the oldest, goes, that doesn't sound like a bad plan. Ali, Levi? And they sort of nodded, shook their heads. I think I'd still like to stay with Uncle though. Well, I'm sure that's fine. We can still, we'll pull our own weight. Poppy nods her head. I'm sure you will. That's what you were talking about, big brother.
Aye. Take care of them, Poppy. You're very good at that. And he comes in and gives her a big hug.
Wow. She holds on for a few extra seconds. And you can feel how tired she is as she afterwards will be, all right, well, this is where we're sleeping, so follow me. And she'll lead the kids off to where the rest of the street kids are snoozing in a corner. You see there's the sort of half-orcish man, or not man, child, the black dragonborn child, and the sort of elvish descent woman, and then the human kid as well. Sort of the four street kids sleeping in the corner as she leads these three halfling children over to join them.
Yonan's gonna head over to his other sister, Becca.
Yeah, you see, as Becca is now sort of drinking, sipping some wine alone. There's like a finished plate of food in front of her, as well as one on the other side where El Capitan was sitting. And you see, as he left his wine glass like half full over there, as he's since moved over to help out Altadon.
Look over at Becca. Look over at back at Poppy. So many children without parents these days.
That is the cost of a tyrannical empire, brother. Leaving children parentless and leaving parents childrenless.
You sound like your cousin Kari.
They burnt our home, Lonan. Where we grew up, who knows if it's just ash right now.
They took a whole lot more than that from us.
And they won't stop.
No, I suppose they won't. Not until someone stops them. Yonan switches. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, like, her red, sort of like frazzled hair sort of drops over her spectacles to one side as she sort of leans forward, kind of sensing that you're gonna switch.
Yeah, switching to Gnomish. He says, I killed 2 people tonight. Between the 5 of us, I think we probably killed about 11, maybe more, depending on how badly that fires, on whether or not they managed to get that fire we started under control.
And why are you telling me this?
He sort of looks over at Becca. And what would Mother say? I was the one that was supposed to be the... and he switches back to Common. I was the one that was supposed to end up the cold one.
But I think we all might need to get a little bit harder if we're to survive what is coming. And I plan on surviving. I plan on Poppy surviving. By any bloody means necessary.
You know, Becca, Poppy talks about our lives, our family, our business, as if it's some sort of destiny, as if it's been written in the gods that the lot of us McPhersons are going to be criminals. Truth is, there was more than one chance I had to walk away. I'd have been walking out on the family, but I could have done it. Could have started on my own. Fuck it. I could have been a teacher. But of all my siblings, I always figured you would be the one to make it out. Make something of yourself other than another thief and killer.
I wanted to burn that part of me tonight. Today, last night, it all blends together. But you stopped me, brother. Why did you stop me? Stop me from burning me paintings. And in less time than that, Piper's lost his hand. Desmond is dead, filled with holes over there. But for some reason, my paintings are still important. How?
You still have a future. There's this spark, this goodness in you. I see it in Delphina. I see it in Poppy. Once, in this brief moment that would have shocked you if you could have seen it, I saw it in myself. Still a chance for us to walk out of this with our souls intact. If you want to keep it.
Oh, I want to. But I can't just sit around and do the books. I paint paintings. When Delphino got captured, it was just Poppy and me. You have business to attend to, brother. And I intend on keeping Poppy safe while you attend to it. But I'll try to keep my soul intact. But I will do anything to make sure she can.
So, and he sort of looks over at the other plate, looks over back where the El Capitan went with Alphadon.
Mm-hmm.
So, that what this is then? Arrangement for protection, something, some kind of strategic alliance for Poppy's sake, or something more.
Oh, brother, you know me, I wouldn't just go out and, track down El Capitan. I mean, he's not exactly... You see she's just blushing as she's trying to explain her way into this. Yes, it's a strategic... It's purely strategic. And as you hear her say that, you see El Capitan just looks up and raises an eyebrow. And then you look over at your sister, and her cheeks are just red. Oh.
Okay, that gets a belly laugh out of Yonan. Oh, thank you, sister. Thank you. Oh, I fucking needed that.
Oh, yeah. My embarrassment has always made you laugh, I suppose.
I give her a pinch on the cheeks.
Mm.
If you're gonna try to dive headfirst into the world of criminals, I might want to get a bit of a better poker face.
You were always the better one at that, and Delphina just doesn't lie. You should get some sleep, brother. You know you have work to do tomorrow.
That's... Delphina let her opinions be known about that job. And Poppy's, well, she's too shaken up. She's so shaken up about what happened the other night. She don't know which way is up.
No, she don't.
But it gets easier. I'll have the talk with her tomorrow. The same talk Uncle Ogden's had with me after, well, my first time.
Right.
But I wanted to know if you had any strong opinions about the business I've got to take care of tomorrow.
I think the town, the city, deserves to be rid of that disease. So I think you should cut it out. And I think you should make it be known that you were the ones that did it and not the fucking Empire. Because they are going to try to take and use anything that they can. So, brother, perhaps do this with a little bit of tact.
Do this with tact and let the world know it was me. That's a tall order.
But I believe in you.
Aye, it's good someone in this family does. And he sort of puffs out his chest.
As this conversation is going on, Sushi or Kosh, anything you guys are doing?
Sushi would like to check on Squirrel.
Yeah, you head back up the elevator. You're able to check on Squirrel. You see there's a couple Shadowben folks that are just upstairs, caring for her, like keeping the bandages that they put on her wounds changed. They've washed her really clean. They honestly are pampering the shit out of Squirrel right now.
Sushi. Let me see. Would love seeing that. Sorry, I got a few cats running around here. I think after spending some time with Squirrel, she would then move on to see how Alphadon is. Or to at least kind of check on him.
Yeah.
I love that of all the members of this party, everyone's just been going through hell for the past 48 hours, but Squirrel the elephant is just getting the full-on spa treatment.
Oh, Squirrel did get riddled with arrows earlier this morning.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But yeah, right now, getting pampered. And Squirrel deserves it. But yeah, as you're able to check out and spend time with Squirrel, she's sort of sticking out her trunk, nuzzling you a little bit in only a way that she can. Before you make your way down and look at Alphadon, as you approach, he's fully engrossed in copying spells over at this moment. But as you approach,
I think she'll just kind of curl up in the corner of the room somewhere around Alphadon and fall asleep.
no, wonderful.
Somewhere where he's in sight.
All right, beautiful. Yeah, and then the Shade's End is down underground, so probably pretty comfortable for you, Sushi. But as you curl up near Alphadon, as he's muttering, flipping through. Akash, is there any last thing you would like to do?
There we go. Not really at this point. He actually, I don't know if anyone would have noticed because of what they've been through, but he wouldn't have come with them at that point. He would have broken away as they were traveling back, since Yonan specifically told him not to come into Shade's End with them, since, Wizard Fuckface stole a sample of his blood. So he...
Well, we probably got rid of that blood sample.
Just in case, he would have went back to his inn at that point and broken off and went back to the inn that he was staying at that night, so...
You just do know.
All right, fair enough.
You did get rid of the blood sample that...
Cool.
Yeah, Akash's blood sample. So if you did want to stay at Shade's End, you could.
The scale guard took care of it for us. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So if you did come back to Shade's End, you could have. But if you wanted to stay at your inn, you could do that.
He paid for it in advance. So yeah, he paid for it a few nights. So he would have broken off and gone back to that. So.
All right. You go back and enjoy another evening drinking with Captain Whiscaris. The Tabaxi fishing captain that has lost his ship at sea and is looking for another one. Yeah, as you hammer some down.
I want to ask him if he's had any luck or any updates on his search.
Well, since we talked last night, I have not been able to convince anyone to give me their ship. No, but it'll take a while. This process of going about. All my holdings are back on. Oh, so not really. No. You good for another round?
You paying?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, as he orders 6 more shots,
Oh,
3
God.
for each of you.
That's like you're approaching how much he's drank today.
Oh yeah.
I kind of want to fast forward this scene a little bit, like so, like say like they get completely like super fucked up. Kosh wants to have a conversation of like with his sword and ask what that thrumming was about, basically, and like look at him to see if like where did the blood go? Because if the sword is completely clean, that's weird.
Sword is completely clean.
Fuck.
As you pull out the sword, how do you start this conversation?
So back during that fight earlier, what the fuck was that? And he's like, well, what the fuck? Why were you purring? Are you a cat? Because at this point he's drunk. Are you like our friend, our drinking buddy? Are you a cat, Sword?
Now, I ain't no goddamn cat, Sword. But let's just say that now you're good at playing the lute, right? And you enjoy doing that, which is a thing that you do well.
And he starts giggling. He's like, I can play other things too.
I'm gonna ignore that comment and move on. So I have been a tool of combat for eons, millennia. So since I was trapped in a statue for the past several hundred years, I haven't really gotten any feeling of usefulness or what's the word? I haven't been satisfied. And now that I'm in your hands, it's nice to get some use again. Does that answer your question to why I was grumbling with satisfaction? I just can't help it.
I know a nice dagger. If you need some satisfaction, and he's completely drunk and slurring at this point. Wait, so... And then he just kind of stares off to the wall as he's processing how that would work in his head.
I'm not interested by love, my friend.
Old sword.
Well, during that fight too, did Akash feel like, besides like that thrumming, did he feel anything besides just that like physical sensation, or was it more so?
It felt good for you too.
Okay.
Now you as Akash may have registered that and felt wrong about it feeling good, but it felt good.
Okay. So then, yeah, at that point, as he's intoxicated, trying to figure out if swords can biologically reproduce at this point.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, even Akash's intelligence is not that low.
I'm just like he's how many, like probably over a dozen shots in at this point. It would, I think he'd internalize and we have to do that more often, and just kind of like mentally like just, which is uncharacteristic for him. Like, generally, he tends to, like, I will fight if I have to, but it's like, well, we'll have to put you to action more frequently.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of like.
And as that,
Oh, sorry.
yeah. No, please go ahead.
Kind of like the internal dialogue of the sword, and like for combat, that kind of like that mental dialogue is kind of what Akash is kind of saying now too. I would say.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah, as you're sort of wrestling with that feeling, and eventually pass out somewhere in the bar.
Eventually, if I make it up, I'm gonna roll to see if I make it back up to my room.
Yeah, 11 to 20, you do.
Okay.
1 to 10, you don't.
Okay, I do.
You barely make it. So that's like fully clothed, but in your bed.
Okay.
Is what that.
I cuddled the sword.
Yeah, you wake up cuddling the sword. But
Wake up cuddling.
But yes. However, a ways away down over at Shade's End, Eonin, as you're winding down, and Alphadon, as you're working on your spells, a familiar figure walks over to you as Major Rakash, the leader of the Scale Guard here, steps over, and he goes, "Well, my little friend, I know this one does not need much sleep, but you should get some rest. Don't worry, my men and I will keep watch, but tomorrow, we've got to kill a bloody aboleth." And that's where we're going to end the session today.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, everyone from the past, present, and future for joining us for the first session of the Season of War campaign, the first campaign brought to you by Lore Weavers TTRPG. We hope you had a great time, and we hope to have you with us as we continue this journey. Yeah, this has been incredible. Goddamn. Thank you, Autumn. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Tables. Thank you, Callum, and thank you, Rez, so much for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I promise all of the exposition that makes no sense right now because we played a few sessions before will make sense later.
By a few, we mean 30. But yes, more stuff. Trust me, it'll make sense. You'll learn more about this world that I've created, Atura, and gosh, I'm just excited to see where this goes in the future. But thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful rest of your night, morning, or whenever you are watching this. Thank you so much.
Bye.
And